Today we are going to meet the Kachins of northern Thailand and watch them play a traditional Kachin sport before meeting some of the other tribes and then exploring a huge Chinese graveyard smack bang on the Thai-Burmese border. This is Don't Look East. Whilst the borders of Myanmar are currently closed, I'm doing the next best thing and travelling down the entire Burmese border with Thailand to learn a bit more about the place and meet some of the people. Sounds good, doesn't it? Well, why don't you join me? Let's go. Hello. So I'm driving around northern Thailand and I'm north of Chiang Mai. And I saw something that was so unexpected that my brain didn't even register that it would be possible. I did a double take and yeah, it's this. What? This is an entrance sign to a village covered in Kachin tribal patterns and symbols. So who are the Kachins? The Kachins are a group of ethnicities, the largest being the Jingpo. They come from Kachin state in the far north of Myanmar. Traditionally, Kachins were animist, but today many are Christian. You might have even seen the famous photo of a Kachin nun trying to stop the Burmese police. The Kachins have their own army, the KIA, who have been fighting off and on since 1961, but have resumed conflict with the Burmese military since 2011. This is the flag of the Kachin people, and yeah, we can see Kachin written up there. I saw this Kachin village and I thought, let's go and have a look. So let's go and have a look. Have a look at this. So these are traditional Kachin Manao poles, and they are for dancing around there, for dancing the Manao, doing the Manao dancing around these poles. So you will see them in lots of places in Kachin state. Myitkyina, the capital city, has a very large one. They are an intrinsic part of Kachin culture. And here it is. Very important to Kachin culture, the hornbill, the moon, these stars and these patterns. These patterns aren't really like patterns that you see in the ethnic groups and tribes that border Thailand. This is quite different. Yeah, quite distinctively Kachin. The Kachins have been fighting for their independence and autonomy for a long, long time inside of Myanmar. And like all groups, the Kachins also have their own internal power struggles. And because of one of those power struggles, or one of those fallings out, after one of the Kachin armed insurgencies started flirting with communism, or the idea of communism, then some of the Kachins who had a base on the kind of Thai-Myanmar border decided that they could no longer go back into Myanmar and could no longer go back into Kachin state because they had fallen out with the kind of main group that were actively fighting for Kachin independence. And so they stayed here. And so they stayed here, and the King of Thailand granted them this section of land. And yeah, they started this royal project here. And the royal family let them build their Manao poles and practice their Kachin culture, and here is where they stay. It is quite common to see hunting trophies put onto houses to show a sign of like wealth and auspiciousness. So I don't know, maybe that's what we're seeing here. This seems like an important cultural house. This area just outside Aruna Tai is a collection of joined up villages of different tribes, which are even labelled on the road signs, telling you where the Kachins, Aka, Lawa or Lahu live. The ethnic groups clustered or ghettoed here are mainly Christian, with at least 8 churches of various denominations in this small area of villages, including Kachin Pentecostal, Kachin Baptist, Kachin Catholic, Lawa Protestant and Lahu churches. Up the road from the Kachin part of the village is the Lahu area, who are also having a New Year party today, and even taught me how to say thank you in Lahu.
Abuja.
Abuja.
Pasal Lahu.
Pasal Lahu. Okay, kap.
Okay.
Lahu Kachin.
No ไม่เหมือนกัน
okay. อันนี้ Lahu
ครับ
Kachin
คัชชินี่อยู่ข้างในดอก
okay.
Abuja.
Abuja.
โอเค
Abuja. Okay.
Abuja.
Abuja. Okay, kap. ขอบคุณครับ Abuja. Abuja.
Okay. Yes sir.
นี่
อัน
ถ้า
นี้230ครับ
230โอเคครับโอเค
ใส่ถุงให้ครับ
ไม่ไม่เอาถุงครับ
70 บาทครับ
โอเคขอบคุณครับ Lahu ภาษา Lahu อโบอุจาอโบอุจาโอเคครับ อโบอุจา So I'm here, it's Kachin New Year. Of all the things I thought I might find here, this was not one of them. So we've got some kind of Kachin Beyblade situation going on, and then for the women there's like lobbing stones at stones. What better way to celebrate New Year than by playing spinning tops? The women and children play a game like Skittles where rounded stones are lined up and then more stones are chucked at them to knock them down. The main draw, however, is the men's spinning tops, which was played all day in the full heat of the sun, all the way until sunset. One man seems to set up his top by spinning it down on the ground, and then the attacking player then launches his one at it, hoping that the two collide, knocking the first one over. You join me here for an exciting day of Kachin spinning tops. Now let's head over to the commentary box to check in on the action.
The next day.
I am in northern Thailand. I am directly north of Chiang Mai on the Thai-Myanmar border. I am in the border town of Aruna Tai, which is almost completely Chinese, almost completely ethnically Chinese. Anyway, it's morning and I need some breakfast. So let's go and get some. There's a little market around the corner, a little wet market, a little covered wet market. So yeah, let's go and have a look. Chickpea porridge on rice noodles for breakfast again, topped with peanuts, sesame seeds, chili, soy sauce and Chinese pickles. This is my absolute favourite breakfast when I'm anywhere near Shan culture, but this one is slightly different as it's a Yunnanese version. And seriously, it was one of the best. But check out the crowds trying to get some when I went back a few weeks later for Chinese New Year. Popular for a reason. Mi mantou mai?
Mi.
Mantou 2 อันครับ
Okay, let's go to the Burmese border. Let's do it. Any Myanmar ใช่ไหมครับ Oh well, that's it. What have we got over here? Picture of the king.
I expected to see a few things at the border, but I did not expect to see a guy drive up in his car, seemingly just to get out and piss over the border into Myanmar, in front of all the Thai soldiers, and then drive off again. Alright then, mate. That That big old spine ridge that you can see up there is where we were before, up at the army base. Further back that way is the range that forms the natural border of Thailand and Myanmar. Look at that moustache and beret, how French does he look? Okay, so I'm in the town of Aruna Tai, which is just on the border of Thailand and Myanmar, and it is full, it's absolutely full of Chinese graves. When I say it's just on the border, I mean at the end of this road, I was just driving up here because of this Chinese cemetery. And just at the end, just round the corner from where you can see, is the border again, and another little army base, army checkpoint. Anyway, let's have a look at these graves. There's tons, more than a couple with the symbol that you might recognise from the flag of Taiwan, because we are in the Kuomintang Nationalist Army territory, right? So these would have been soldiers, people that were fighting for the Kuomintang, and yeah, they get to have it embellished on their tombstones. There are at least 3 big sites of these Chinese graves in Aruna Tai, and many more in the countryside outside it, and I'm totally fascinated by them. They are way bolder and more ostentatious than the much more plain ones of the older Chinese communities in places like Kanchanaburi, which we will see later on. I love the way they incorporate things like chessboards and bathroom tiles, and combine both traditional classic Chinese art with something bordering on naive art. And whilst many are traditional, we can see very regional specifics here that you probably couldn't see in many Chinese grave sites elsewhere, such as the odd tomb written in Burmese, and several belonging to Christians with crucifixes attached. As far as Google Maps is concerned, this Chinese graveyard that I am walking through is in Myanmar. But, well, it doesn't look like it to me. Don't believe everything you read on Google Maps, eh?